What's up, dweebs, and welcome to the second episode of Mr. Satan's DweebCast. I'm your host, Mr. Satan, and this week I have an interview with my friend Brandon Squires. We've been friends for years throughout different ways, and now we have anime to connect on, and we really explored that. We started from the basics with Pokemon and worked our way up. If you haven't seen Naruto, you probably shouldn't watch this episode. We talk a lot about Naruto. That's probably going to be a regular thing on this channel. Catch up, man. Catch up. He's going to be having a new album coming out soon. Check out for updates on that on my Instagram. Also on Instagram this month, me and my friends over on the YouTube channel Notorious Nerds are going to be doing a giveaway for the month of October. If you want more details on that, go check out my Instagram, give me a follow. Also, don't forget to subscribe to me on here, get your notifications. Trying to do episodes every Sunday this week. It's a little late because it was my fiance's birthday over the weekend. I know it's only my second video and I'm late. Bear with me. I'm trying to get a schedule down and really lock this in place. Thanks for checking out the second episode. Without any further, here we go. All right, what's up, guys? This is my friend Brandon Squires. I've known him for dude. How long have I known you?
Oh my God, I don't know. I think I've at least like 10 years, probably. Honestly,
10 to or more, maybe more.
Probably. Memory's hard.
All good. We've been friends forever. He's a rapper in St. Louis, and we just had a lot of different times in our lives we've interacted through metal music, through my little brother being your best friend growing up, through rap music and photography, and just all different avenues. And now we also have anime because I've become such a fan of anime the past few years. I now have this new lane to connect with you in, and I wanted to explore that today a little bit.
It's crazy.
All right,
go ahead.
No. What were you saying?
No, it's so crazy how no matter what period of time, we always found something to vibe on, man. So I'm glad that we got this now too. So.
Exactly. It's crazy. It's endless ways to connect, man. So anime history, man. Where did you start? Like first anime you ever watched?
All right. So are we counting? Like, Pokemon and Digimon and all that?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Were you coming home like from elementary school and watching Pokemon at 4:30 like I was, bro?
Absolutely, dude. And I was so pissed whenever they moved it early, and I had to like run from the bus stop to get home to watch it. Otherwise, I missed some. Oh man, I just had that '90s kid, era where you just that was it. I really liked Digimon, honestly. I was so hyped on that.
Dude, I love Digimon, and I put Digimon in my original like intro clip because I loved. First of all, the first Digimon movie had the best soundtrack ever. It set a I didn't know about ska music. I was bro, and it was like bare naked ladies. It's brand one. It was
and there's all this like high tech shit, but then there's then there's like ska music playing. It's crazy, man. Like I just feel like it was so much more I guess like it was more adult oriented. It wasn't adultish, but it was, I guess, like it was darker.
Have you gone back and tried to watch Digimon now?
Yeah, I mean,
it feels way more kiddish.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I guess then, just like compare. I guess it's the visual too, like the visual style.
The visuals are a little darker. You're right. The visuals are way more intense than the than the actor, than everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks way more
like these kids, like we're best friends, but then it's like, bro,
Agumon Digivolve too.
Right. You're God. I'm your dad.
And I love how it basically. I mean, he went through they go through so many different phases, but from Agumon to Greymon, it was it's a little drastic. It's more drastic than
Charmander. Claws and armor and
Charmander to Charizard makes more sense than that.
Oh yeah,
Dratini to Dragonite makes more sense than that.
absolutely, dude. Yeah, they got the more they digivolved, the edgier they got. It was
Uh-huh.
awesome. I ate that shit up.
Dude, I was talking to our mutual friend Zach Dale about I feel like Pokemon is gonna go in the direction or is going in like Digimon already went all the different avenues that Pokemon is slowly making us
Yeah,
accept. Like the mega evolutions and the different forms, and then like now there's the giant ones. There was the giant versions, like in the new Sword and Shield, like there's this new like giant, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then like what if next generation of Pokemon they like start adding like how there was War Metal Greymon, how they're like they have like different like
Right.
tech pieces added to them, you know. Like I
Or
don't
like
want it to go there, but
or like Ash is just gonna like fuse with like Pikachu or some shit. Like they would do like the Digifusion or something. Like
oh yeah, oh my gosh, no, we start fusing Pokemon, that's where it
yeah,
goes.
that would be crazy, man. Oh
That
man.
creates too many. You'd have to break it down to like the original 150, then let us
Yeah.
fuse. I can't fuse with 700 or I don't even remember how many it is now. Yeah.
That would be so much work on their side. Like they're already having a hard time fitting all of the Pokemon in a game. Can you imagine thinking of, well, if this one Pokemon fuses with this other thousand, I gotta think of that for each one. Like that'd be crazy.
Right, right. And like I don't know, I just the I feel bad for the creators of Pokemon because the algorithm for what Pokemon apply to which region has to just keep getting more and more like clouded, and you have to make like this many show up this many times. I don't know. It just
Yeah, yeah.
it's they probably should have tapped out or at least made the generations not as large every time.
Absolutely, yeah. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely hate the design of Ash now. Like I just
Oh, I was hoping we'd go there.
I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah. I don't even give a shit that he won the Pokemon League because it
right.
basically doesn't count in the version that I know because
No,
this is a new version and it doesn't matter and this is for children's. It's like you put on it's like Disney XD did Pokemon and it
dude,
pisses me off.
that's such a good way to put it, honestly. Like it's already so like childish. How are you gonna make it more? Like the people who grew up watching it want to see, not them. I don't want them to like be like cutting each other's heads off, but I want it to get a little more,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
watch it more, if they just like grew up with us. Not even like, it doesn't have
Not
to be
even
like,
not that he has to age and everything either. It's just that if he
yeah,
had no, I get you. I get you. And I I have a special like place in my heart. I love and I've seen I think almost if not all of the Pokemon movies, which there's like 40 something. And
I didn't realize that.
I love something about the production value that they add to Pokemon movies and I like you know how I make the anime edits and everything. I really like seeing just the Pokemon and like really done up well with the
Yeah.
production value
So,
submerged into the worlds and everything like the way they are.
so let me ask you this then, because you remember Pokemon 2000, right? Back in the day, like, what do you
Bro,
think of the new one? What do you think of that?
Pokemon 2000. Oh, the remake of
The
it?
remake, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh I I don't know, man. I don't
I
know.
feel you.
It's not Pokemon 2000 was so pure, dude. There was something so so cool about that. And the one before that with Mewtwo Strikes Back. Both of them are just like those like I remember going to the movie theaters. I remember getting the toys from Burger King. I remember going to
Yeah.
like Pokemon meetups at Burger King and Peevely, bro.
Oh, I just realized I just realized I'm dumb. I meant to say Mewtwo Strikes Back. There was, yeah, it's not 2000 they were making. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
oh,
I
my bad.
thought I knew what you meant. That's why I was confused there
Yeah.
for a second. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't like Mewtwo Strikes Back. Don't like Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Detective Pikachu? Did you see it?
I did. I mean, I enjoy it for mainly just being able to see it in more of that mature setting. I mean, obviously it's
Same.
I liked it, honestly. I think it was kind of weird hearing Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, but he did good, so I'm not, I liked it.
I didn't like the initial trailer and everything, and I didn't see it immediately. But eventually, I like let myself like want to watch it eventually because I kept
Yeah.
just seeing different clips. I think what got for me was like I was seeing like clips of like Machamp like directing traffic, and then cops walk by with like a Growlithe and shit, and you see all the other Pokemon in the universe, and I was like, oh, that's it. That's my childhood. That's what I imagined as a
Yep.
little kid. That's why I'll watch it. And it was just like any of the Pokemon movies. You gotta bear through the very childish, in your face and obliviousness, and
Yeah.
it's very straightforward. It's not there's deeper meaning, but it's not hidden,
It was basically just a movie, an excuse to do something with Pokemon,
And I'm
like
like, well, that's a good start. Can
that's fine.
we do
Yeah.
that again with people that we already care about and make it? And can we fan service and make it like all about that like battle like Royale cage thing? Like, I want to
Yeah.
see.
But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I would rather it be about Red than Ash, to,
Yes,
to be honest.
dude.
I,
There's this YouTube guy, Nux Taku. Do you know who he is on
yeah,
YouTube?
yeah.
Okay,
He
he
cracks me
did
up.
a video. Yeah, he's great. He did a video on the truth behind the Elite Four, and I didn't realize how intense the Pokemon manga is and how cool it makes like everything about Pokemon. And I don't know, it makes me want to. It's one of the few mangas I want to try to get into eventually.
Absolutely. I've had a lot of people recommend it to me, and I finally, I think I actually did watch that video. And you see that page where that Arbok gets just like its head chopped off or something.
Bro, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
What? Like,
They're like, oh, we
that,
out here killing Pokemon, bro. Okay, okay. Because
I'm not.
Pokemon, go ahead.
No, yeah, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, that sucks. Like, I don't want to see that, but I kind of do want to see that. Like, that's where I want to see them take it, because that's ultimately
Exactly.
that's how it would be. You're fighting another. You should be fighting for your life. Like,
Exactly. Let's go back to the OG Pokemon games. And even in Sun and Moon, there was like a Pokemon graveyard. There's always Pokemon graveyards or like Pokemon towers where there's haunted Pokemon because Pokemon have actually died and everything. But yet in the anime, it remains too childish to even confront that idea. And
yeah,
that's why it can never evolve. That's why the characters never evolve. But that's why it's also the number one thing for 20
right.
years. That's why it's for everybody.
And
No
they don't
one's
want to
like,
give that up. I don't blame them,
right,
but
because if they start killing Pokemon, then people can really make the comparisons to like dog fighting,
oh yeah,
more so
yeah,
because it's an exotic dog fight.
pretty much. I mean, if dogs
Right?
could shoot flames, like.
Right? Right? Hey, bro, Stoutland is literally a dog Pokemon. So, all right, there's a terrier Pokemon. Like it
I
doesn't.
mean, I'm just saying, like, day I can have an ice cream, basically an ice cream Pokemon fight another, like my ice cream cones fight each other. I'm in. Sign me up.
Bro, I like. It's funny, even as a child, I was like just super pessimistic and realistic about what my Pokemon like walk around would be. I never like chose a really like the coolest ones. I was always like, nah, but I'd have like a normal type, like like bro, I've
I'd
always
probably have a Mankey or like a Raticate.
a slow or like just a slow bro.
Right. Dude,
What would
Zapdos was probably my favorite of the original. I'm not gonna lie.
okay, so if you were gonna be like a Pokemon gym leader, what type would you be?
Okay, oh man, that's such a hard question because like I would have to say probably birds, like not necessarily
Flying type?
yeah, flying, but like I like not just like normal, like all of them. I'd want to have like
Uh-huh.
an electric one, like
Right,
probably
right, right.
definitely flying, yeah.
Okay, dope. My favorite flying gym was one of the ones in have you played like most of Pokemon games?
I played like like really being into. I think I played up to like Emerald and Sapphire. To be honest,
Oh, okay.
I kind of fell
There
off.
the something that never got old to me was the different obstacles and like puzzles you had to go through at each gym. And there was a really good flying one in Pokemon Black and White that I remember, but it's all good if you didn't play it.
Yeah.
But who would your one more question about Pokemon, then we'll move on. Who would your walk around Pokemon be? Like
Oh
your
man.
Pikachu, bro. It's okay. You can give yourself a prestigious, like dope ass, like you can fly around on Zapdos if you want. But who?
See,
But is that your walk around? I
I
mean, let's
don't.
go.
No, that it couldn't be. Honestly, Zapdos, he's got to do his own thing. He's got to fly around. He's legendary. But man, I probably say like Arcanine, because just to have that
Mhm.
dog
You could ride
companion,
him, bro. He's big
Oh,
enough to ride.
absolutely. Fuck yeah, as long as it don't burn me or like.
I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
sure it's similar to a Ponyta and has the same
Yeah,
rules.
yeah. But yeah, absolutely Arcanine. I would have to go with that. He
That's
he
dope. I could,
fight all
yeah.
my battles for me.
Dude, uh, I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever I asked you that, I imagined like what I thought. I could see you just with a Mankey.
That'd be cool.
Just like a
See,
stupid Mankey you have to keep in check all the time.
right. Come on, man. What are you doing? Why why'd you
You just
steal that
always take
six pack
fights.
from the gas station, man? Come on. I mean, I'm glad you did, but like you could have told me. Like, come on.
He just always takes your hat off and turns it backwards.
Yeah, yeah. Like, dude, I'm not
Oh.
battling right now. I'm not about to fight this gas station attendant. Like,
Oh, I can see it. I can see it. All right, so that's what we grew up on. That's what you grew
yeah,
up on. Where did you really, when other people call anime, where did you?
right. Um, well, it's funny because I think my bedtime when I was a kid was like 9:30, whatever, and you would see like Adult Swim, all kids get out the pool, blah blah, like, and that made me want to watch it more. So I was like, I
Such a
would,
bad kid.
yeah, no, but like, because it would show you little glimpses of like these awesome fight scenes. I'm like, I want to see that. Like, what? Why can't I watch that? So I would like stay up. I would sneak up at night and go in and like
Like,
turn.
oh, you saving the good shit for yourselves, adults. I see you.
Right. Like, what? I'm sitting here watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Try to chain dude Dungeon Dice Monster shit, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, I want them to punch each other. But
Exactly, bro.
yeah, I would sneak up and I'd watch Inuyasha on like 2 volume and just like sit there and be like, whoa. And like I guess those were like my first like actual anime watching, but I didn't take it in because I was young. But
Right, right. You just got the face value of it. You weren't like really taking it in for the life lessons and
yeah.
morals or like really what it was worth. You were just kind of, or did you even watch it like canonically? Like, did you watch it in order, like episodically, like
No, it was just whenever I could catch it,
just
whenever I could.
pieces of it? So, yeah, exactly. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, yeah,
Whenever I
yeah.
knew my parents would be asleep, I'd be like, all right, bet at
And the
10.
volume's so
Oh,
low, you're missing different like dialogue themes anyway, but you're just like
yeah.
so in it. That just
All I
speaks to how
know,
much you appreciate the art value and because like to what you will like later in anime too. I think
yeah.
it speaks to that.
All I knew was Kagome was fine. That's what I.
Hey, that was the waifu. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I guess to uh what like modern, I guess when I was old enough to take it in. I mean, I obviously like I guess like Death Note. I really like Death Note. Because
What
it
drew
just
you into Death Note?
do what?
What drew you into Death Note? Like what
Um,
made you like did someone tell you to watch Death Note? Were you watching a bunch of anime? Like what were you when did you like sit down and be like did you see the kids in high school that were watching anime and then eventually like someone suggested anime or what?
Yeah, and see that's what's weird is like during high school, I guess everybody as you get older you kind of distance yourself from what you liked as a kid, which is dumb because that's
Hardcore did in high school.
yeah. And I didn't like I would catch it here and there, but I wasn't that into it. And then it's actually like as I graduated and I started trying to rap, I started, you're searching up YouTube beats and whatever, and like hip hop and anime go hand in hand, like lo-fi,
AMVs
whatever.
have
Yes.
founded a new demographic of anime fan, I think.
Yeah. And that's how I
True.
came across Samurai Champloo, because I kept seeing these characters on all of these, YouTube beats that I'm like
Right.
freestyling to, and I would hear all these samples. I'm like, oh, I like this. And then I heard a Nujabes, and then, one thing led to another. And then I finally got to watch it, and I was like, yo, this is like hip hop samurais. Like, what? Like, it
There's
instantly
a
grabbed me,
and the
like,
artwork in that one is so beautiful. It's just like of course that's what you're going to be drawn to, and then with your love of hip hop, like it just makes sense that that would be one of your favorites. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because like the visual aspect is what drew you in even initially as a kid, like for no reason even besides maybe some subliminal. You just liked watching the action scenes in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and everything, and then you that drew you into the commercials for Adult Swim, and then that drew you into the
yeah.
AMVs for Champloo Sloppy or whatever that you saw, and then Champloo Sloppy is hip hop and that, and then from there, I mean,
And that's what I think is unique. I mean, obviously nowadays it's more well known, but like it was so different. Obviously, being in America, we're used to Western ways of doing things, uh, you know, uh, art styles and whatever. So that, yeah, like just from a young age, I think that's why we were all drawn to Pokemon and everything, because it was a different. It's Japanese. Like it was just like a new
the
way.
other cartoons on Channel 11 weren't in the on Saturday mornings weren't like I ain't fuck with them the way like the luchador ones and stuff like that, or the Jackie Chan ones and shit.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me the way that for like the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and the Digimon. Like I know Digimon wasn't on Channel 11, but
Right.
those three like specifically really like like they kind of like imprinted on a lot of us, I think, and then we didn't revisit that nostalgia until it was reintroduced to us until after
Exactly.
our like stigma or of our own like pop, like not wanting to be a nerd in high school and everything. I was on the football team and shit, and I was like trying I was already an emo kid on the football team and didn't fit in there. I did not want to
Right.
add anime to the list.
Yeah.
But all the emo kids I was hanging out with were also anime kids, and I feel bad because I missed out on connecting with them with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many kids in high school I probably would have like vibed with so hard I didn't realize until I got into anime later in life.
Yeah. Yeah. And but you couldn't have known that. That's
Yeah.
just growing up, trying to figure out what your way is, But honestly, I think it's cool that we held off, because I think the nostalgia hit harder, because like once you've been away from it and then you
Right.
go back and you're like, dude, this is basically what I was watching as a kid. Just like I can relate to it now, and it's like obviously catered to older audiences. So it,
But it's all these untapped stories that give you a whole new nostalgic childlike sense of wonder again.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Even though some of them are like dark as shit, it still is like,
I,
you know,
I'm such a dweeb, bro. I haven't delved into any horror anime yet, and I saw your post the other day on Facebook, like looking for more horror anime, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, I forgot that's a whole genre. I don't even like horror. I always say that. I always feel like I'm fucking up and saying horror movies, but horror movies
Oh
that much
yeah.
in general, because I don't. I just I my girl Sam will make me watch them, but because what's your favorite horror anime? Let's go. Let's go there.
Oh God. Well, uh, man, that's a hard one. I'd probably have to say, man, what was the name of that? It was so brutal. Like it, and it's not most of the time I don't even watch this straight up like horror. I just like the darker themes. So
Mm-hmm.
like I know nowadays like Attack on Titan is like all kind of mainstream, but like when that first came on and like that first episode, like that was pretty horrific, dude. Like when his mom straight up just gets ate like 5 minutes into the episode. Like that drove me into it. But uh man, I'm not gonna lie, I can't. I guess Death Note is kind of a horror one, and that's what also drew
Yeah,
me
it's a
in.
suspense, like
Yeah,
dark themed. Yeah, yeah,
I
that's a
guess that drew me into it more too. Like I like the dark shit, but I like a variety of all of them. So I guess if I had to go with one, I guess it would have to be Death Note, just because that was kind of like the first one that like really made me think, other than just shock value deaths. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, right, right.
yeah,
Yeah, there was so much like strategy and everything to the way that the the plot would play out in Death Note that
yeah,
it really probably showed you, since that was like your bridge back into anime, I guess. I guess that really like showed you how different anime was than what you thought from Pokemon and
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, and there was a couple I watched, like Death Parade. That was pretty good. I don't remember too much of it, but I remember because I kind of watched that a little bit after I watched Death Note, and that was pretty dark. I really liked that. There was another one, Dead Man Wonderland or Wonderworld. I can't remember. That was
I've heard great things about that one. Was that
yeah,
is that one pretty cool?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I don't
Right.
honestly remember too much
Not
of it.
fresh up on the yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean, I like all the darker
Have you
themes.
seen Goblin Slayer?
No, but I've been meaning to watch that, like, because I've had so many people. My boss at work, like, all the time is like, dude, watch this. It's horrible, but it's awesome. like
Yeah,
like
so
it's so messed up.
yeah, I've heard. I have yet to try it as well because I don't know, man. You gotta be ready for it. I heard because like the first episode is made to deter you if you're not gonna be ready to stomach the rest of the show. There's like some kind of uh vulgar scene that
I,
everyone
I
keeps
I know
telling me
what you're
to see.
talking about, and
Yeah.
I
Don't even need to go there.
I think
But
that yeah, go ahead.
no, but on a lighter note, how about you haven't watched any of Demon Slayer yet?
No, I started it actually the other day because I finished Stray Dogs, and I kept hearing that I needed to watch it. So I started it, and literally like like my girlfriend came home, and like we had some shit to do, so I didn't get to get into it. But
Right.
I've heard really, and I've seen like the animation like on GIFs and stuff online, and it looks amazing. I just haven't gotten to dig into it yet.
Dude, that was me last week on my interview with my friend Trey because I had watched like two, maybe three episodes, and he had really wanted me to watch it before we had talked, and I was like, ah, yeah, yeah, barely, yeah. And then now this week, after watching three or four more episodes, that shit hype, bro.
It's,
That shit so hype, bro. That
yeah,
shit. Oh,
yeah. I
it
need.
gets great. It'll catch you. Just give it till I swear episode three or four, whenever like powers actually come into play, you'll be like, I'm here for this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
wherever you want to go, I'm. Mm-hmm.
It definitely seemed like it was starting off really slow, but that's fine. That's I
It,
just
it
I just gotta
I
watch more.
Exactly. My favorite animes are ones that really start whenever a character has no powers like that and
Yeah.
it develops and you get to learn like the fundamentals of it all, which is why I really like Black Clover, but you told me you you couldn't get past the yelling of Asta.
Dude, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the mood I was in, but like the first like 5 minutes, he's like, I remember he saw some chick, like he's just like, "Ah!" And then like someone's like, "Hey, Asa," he's like, "Ah!" and, and I just like I already knew that that was gonna be like the rest of the thing. I've heard good things about it. I just like, God, he's so annoying to me, but I'm sure he grows on you.
Oh
I'm,
man.
I'm
Oh
sure he
man.
grows on you.
It really calms down with the yelling. It really does, I promise.
All right.
Like, cause like at first I was like, what? I was talking to Zach. I was like, it didn't do that, did it? And it was like, no, like that first like couple episodes, maybe in the first season, he was just a little overly excited.
Yeah, yeah, little bit.
But
But
the story moves on in such a way that uh hopefully you'll be able to get past that because it keeps progressing and it catches you. There's not much filler and everything.
yeah, yeah. I definitely need to check it out. That's another one I keep getting recommended to me, and that's my ultimate problem. I think that I want to watch more, but like I'm so pressed for time lately. It feels like, and I'm so like, it's like it sucks because like you get older and you got like the money to do whatever, blah blah, but you ain't got the time, and it's like, man, I just want to sit back and watch some fucking anime and write and whatever, and like I'm trying to get this album done, and it's like, dude, I just want to. But I just finished Stray Dogs. I Thank God, because that's so good. Oh my
Tell
God.
me a little bit about that anime because Zach praises it very much, and so does my friend Trey, who's on the last episode. A lot of my friends really hold it in high regards, but I haven't heard much about it.
Yeah. It's well, I finished the second season. There's 3 seasons so far. Um but it's basically it starts off, I'm not gonna like give away like any spoilers or anything, but
Right.
it basically starts off this kid basically wants to like kill himself. Like he's just like I'm done. Like he was an orphan and like been told since he was basically born that he was nothing and that he's never going to amount to anything. And then, but at like he's like I'm starving. Like he's next to this river or like yeah, I guess it's like a river. And all of a sudden he sees this dude in the water and he's like, what? So he like saves him. And the dude is this like I consider him the main character, the guy he saves. He's this detective who like basically like his thing is like he just like wants to like find someone to kill himself with. Like it's kind
Oh
of weird.
shit!
Yeah, it's kind of it's strange
Not
at
a
first.
typical storyline.
No, no, no. But it and like basically what I really like about it is how situational that their powers are because they're very situational. Like some people are just worthless until like a very specific situation comes up. And I like how it's not just like anyone can just punch their way out of anything. It's like they got to kind of rely on their little, I guess, quirk, And
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I like
But
that. I like that.
it's really cool though. It's good. I don't want to get too much into it because
Really gives away the plot. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it's good. It's really good.
That's why. That's one of the reasons why. Because also you're such a huge Naruto fan like me. That's why you'll like Black Clover is because their powers they just can't just overcome anything. They have to develop a strategy that really goes around their like certain quirk or powers, and
Yeah.
that's also that also reminds me of so you don't know this. So you really like Hunter x Hunter, right?
I love Hunter x Hunter. I love it.
So I I do and then I don't and then I do and then I don't and then I do and then I don't. I still haven't finished it. I'm on
Yeah.
episode like 118/119. I keep coming back to it and stopping.
Yeah.
It got the Chimera Ant arc really is I don't everyone says it's their favorite. Is it your favorite thing?
Honestly, no. I wish that they would have like gave them more of a chance to like grow as a team more and like adventure more. Like it's weird because a lot of shows I kind of wish that I like the shortness of it, like I like when it's like to the point and just you see what's going on. But that's when I wanted to keep going, and I feel like I like it. I feel like I would like it more if there was more before it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
Mhm.
feel. It's I guess and see like I want to go into like the ending, but I don't want to give it away. But like
Oh shit! Yeah, I know
yeah,
the ending is really makes it, and like because it is such a definitive like end to
yeah.
the story.
And
I
I hate
know.
and love it because it's so perfect for like what they've set up and like their power system and everything. But it also is like man. But yeah, I love it. I just think I feel what you're saying. It kind of comes to like a halt at the Chimera Ant. Like it's almost like the pace.
I thought Kite. I hope. All right, this is everyone that's seen it is gonna be like, "Oh, you dummy," but like, I really love Kite, and I really hope that he gets to come back to life, or because basically
Yeah.
where I'm at, he's their training dude, or what they were using, did that fight against him or whatever. But no, where I'm at right now actually is where they're like storming the castle, and Knuckles is like fighting against Umi.
Okay.
Yeah, I
They're on
really
like,
like
are they on the
Knuckles.
steps like
Yeah,
before they go?
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, dude,
I
Kite, like, oh, that pissed me off because he was such a cool character. And that's what I'm saying. If they would have met him way sooner in their journey, where he could like
exactly.
help them grow, like he was just like, here,
I'm
he's
like,
dope, and now he's gone. Like that pissed me
I
off.
get you guys want to move on with what you think your storyline is, but give me a bunch of backstory or filler with these dudes doing cool shit,
Yeah,
because I really like these dudes that you've built up and introduced, and like they build it up so much, but not enough over and over again.
exactly. Exactly.
It's even and even more so in the Chimera Ant arc. Like throughout the whole series, they do that, but even more so in the Chimera Ant arc, because like we talked about earlier, I like seeing where people develop, like knowing where a person's powers or how they control it comes from. And the Chimera Ants is literally like, what the fuck ever, horse demon thing, like, or lion king of jungle thing, fuck it,
Yeah.
ant wasp thing, or leopard thing with tail. But if it doesn't make any rhyme or reason,
Yeah.
people, and then and
I-
and one more thing, the main villain, he looks like a shitty cell mixed with Frieza.
He does. He looks like both. He really does. I knew you were gonna say that, and that's exactly what I thought. I'm not gonna lie. I do think that he's a good villain, but
I
I just think that it like we've been saying, man, there should have been more because with Hunter x Hunter, there's so it honestly, I feel like it could have been like One Piece with just so many episodes because there's so many interesting
get
places and things you can
Give
do.
me 60 episodes on Killua's family's house, and like them
Yes,
doing shit there.
yes,
Give me at least 60. Give me give me
absolutely.
so much of that.
They
Bro,
have so
his
many good
family's so
characters.
cool.
Like where did Karapika, like he's so cool, but I
Around
get it because his power is only fighting Phantom Troop members, but you could still do more with him, you
the,
know?
the Hunter x Hunter's downfall is that it limited itself time and time again, but gave itself the imagination to be so much more than it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hisoka
That's
is supposed to be, could have been so much. The whole was it Heaven's Arena or the tower
yeah.
thing? That was only like, I don't know, maybe at tops it was like 20 episodes, but it could have been. I mean, Dragon Ball can make a tournament saga last for 80
Right.
episodes. Sure the hell you guys can, okay?
Oh yeah,
Yours was way more diverse and had,
absolutely.
and you guys were like able to like live on certain floors for months and shit. Like there could have been so much to.
Oh
Anyway,
my God. Yep. No, you're right. And that's it's so sad because I literally legitimately once it ended. I haven't read the manga. I know that goes farther, but
oh, it
it,
goes
it-
further. I didn't
yeah.
know that.
But I genuinely like it left me like wanting more in a bad way, you know? Like it was like fuck, like I'm not done with these characters, you know? Like I feel like this journey like it was going well and then like just stopped. Like it was like, "Oh, this is
Like, why do I only know a piece of your journey? And you guys didn't. It didn't. Doesn't have. There's no reason it
yeah,
has to end other than someone doesn't want to tell me the story.
exactly." Like you said, you could spend 60 episodes just in Killua's like on his family, you know?
I mean,
Like,
it. I mean, whenever they did the arc when it went into a video game,
oh yeah, Greed
it
Island.
became a literal different anime. It became an
Yeah.
isekai type anime, and it completely changed its format and its power
Yeah.
structure and everything. They had a different sensei. It literally became a whole nother anime for a minute, and it could have went so much further. Instead, all of a sudden, it did like a montage. Like, and it builds up for like 20 episodes. They have to get all the cards, and then in like 2 episodes, they get all the cards, and
Right.
then they're like, eh, eh,
Yeah.
eh.
And that's what frustrates me is I love it so much, but like I think I love it like because I filled in more than what was there in my head almost. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I already like my God, yeah. This is depressing me, man, because I want to so I still love it. It's still one of my favorite anime, but absolutely, we needed more. You know, we
So,
need.
did you watch all of Bleach? I know you said you watched it.
I where did I get? I know I got a good like 200 plus episodes in, and that was around whenever I started getting back into anime again, and I think there was just a lot of other ones that I was wanting to watch that I didn't finish it, which I should have because I know I mean it's Bleach, it's gonna be a classic
One of
if
the
not
big
already,
three, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I really liked it. I think I started like losing interest a little bit because it was kind of which is it's not a problem, but it was kind of like I need to save my friends. I save my friends. I need to save my friends. I say, you know what I'm saying? Like which that's fine,
Isn't that funny how you keep outgrowing uh motives? So so Pokemon, you just want to be the best.
Right.
Dragon Ball, you just want to be stronger than the other guy. You just want to keep getting stronger. That's always the Goku's goal. And you just, but like you went from one and that one wasn't as good anymore, so you went to the other. And then you get to like Bleach and Hunter x Hunter, and it's like a pretty similar motive. It's just I want to save my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you get to Naruto and other ones, and it's finding the yin and yang, like
Yeah.
deeper meanings, and like every character has their own like different like
Right. Which by the way,
resolve and
uh
meaning.
that's a good point because if you boil down Naruto just as Naruto, it is just I want to be the best. I want to be the Hokage. But with the side characters, there's so much more to it, and that's I
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, like Naruto is far from my favorite character in Naruto. Like far from it. And
Oh, really? Who's your favorite character in Naruto then? Let's go there.
all right, going there.
Favorite protagonist first, not villain. Favorite protagonist first.
Protagonist. All right.
Yeah, good guy.
Um,
Doesn't have to be main. Could be completely side that has very small story, but is very impactful.
I love Shikamaru. Like
Mhm.
I like how he thinks things through. Obviously his power is pretty. I mean it's useful, but it's not in every situation thing. But I just like how
There's not a bunch of ninja from the Leaf that have that type of jutsu, and it's cool how he makes it so effective as such a battle strategic
yeah,
way.
yeah. And
Time and
early
time
on,
again.
I really liked like when I first watched it, I really liked Shino. Shino, I really liked him. I know
I
he
always liked Chino. He was supposed to be so cool, and
yeah.
then Boruto just ruined him.
Don't even get me started on Boruto, man. I mean,
I love certain things about Boruto, man, but who definitely not what they did to my boy Shino.
no, no.
So Shikamaru, I love his lessons he learns from his dad and Asuma so much. Whenever like my, I think that was one of the first times that Naruto like really like hit me like I really liked it for the face value and everything, but whenever Asuma dies in it
Oh my
and
god.
you're hearing the backstory about what who the true king is, when they're playing shogi, and he's like, who's the true king? And it's like the future, the kids, and then like that sunk to me and so, at such a deep level. I was like, oh, I don't know, just because I just identify with that so much. Like I want to be a dad in the future and everything so much. So like entrusting, making sure that you like make sure that the kids are all right, the future is all right, is actually the most important thing. And I just I was like, whoa, I can't believe an anime made me like hit them feels like that.
Okay, but like whenever he lights his cigarette when he's a ghost, oh my God. No. My heart, dude, that shit hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bro, or whenever the meteor is falling in the fourth Great Ninja War, and all of a sudden you see Ino's dad and Shikamaru's dad, and they're like giving them their last words, but it cuts out the dialogue, dramatic Naruto way that it only does like 2 or 3 times throughout Naruto, and you're like, I need to know these words. Why is it only whenever Shikamaru loses someone? When it cuts it out for Asuma's words and it cuts out for for his dad's words, I'm like, no, right now. And I don't know, man. It defined Madara as such a good villain. It was such a good death. Like,
Yeah.
And it also solidified Hidan as one of my favorite villains in all of Naruto. Hidan, the way, I don't know, super underrated.
Absolutely. And honestly, I feel bad because I feel like whenever I watched it for the first time, that I was cheering for the Akatsuki almost more sometimes. Just because they were so cool, dude. Like I guess I didn't want them to win, but like I couldn't help but feel like
Kakuzu was so badass, and
oh my
Hidan was
God,
just
yeah.
like fun, like
That was
twisted, like Joker friend. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see how you'd be
All I'm
drawn
saying
to it,
is,
but
my boy Sasori should not have gone out like that. No way. Come on.
Nope.
They just needed someone to die first of them, and to
Sakura,
bro. Like
and how he I don't know, within the fight that was his only big fight, his only fight and his downfall. I just thought it was crazy that they built him up so much to be such a force to be reckoned with, only to be taken away so fast. The fact that his puppet jutsu could use whatever body's Kekkei Genkai that they possess, that it used. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had infinite possibilities for how terrible he could be. Like,
he could have been Pain. He could have been that. You know?
Yes,
like,
bro. And imagine if he had puppets for all 6 paths of pain.
Oh my God! Stop.
That's not fair.
That's not fair at all, dude. Especially if he did manage to get a hold of like Naruto and Sasuke and stuff. Like, imagine having them as puppets. Like,
oh yeah, yeah, nope. But like, he had this like 100 red army jutsu thing that was so badass and was said to take down an entire nation. Okay, well,
and then Sakura and Choji
Lady Chio.
Lady
Chio.
Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P. And then it was like, actually, in the end, well, if it wasn't really Sakura in the end, okay? If you remember, it was really that Sasori died because he didn't want to beat up his grandma.
yeah. And see, that's what would have made him such a great villain for later, is he was layered like that. Like, he wasn't just evil to be evil, you know? He had a lot of trauma in his life, you know? And I feel like the fact that he used puppets was really, like, symbolic of who he was as well, you know? Because he had all this shit. He just wanted to mask it, you know? Like, he could live different lives through these puppets and shit that he throws out on everyone. And I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like he could have.
He was this completely different looking evil scorpion dude initially, and you were like, "What the fuck even is under that cloak?"
That blew my mind.
Exactly, bro. If that didn't like pique your interest, then Naruto wasn't for you.
No. And that's when I think it really hooked me in Shippuden. Definitely when that happened, I was just like, whoa, hold up. Like I thought this dude was gonna be some like crazy scorpion thing, like I don't know, and all of a sudden that's not even him. Like what? That's not him.
Wait, all of a sudden he's one of the OG Kazekages,
Right. Like, how are you gonna have all of these like
which
ancient
has
warriors?
wasn't it like a iron? Like he could manipulate iron, wasn't that his thing?
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, and he had that jutsu alone and that puppet alone deserved like its own special like encounter and fight scene and everything like that. Like the scorpion one should have been a whole entire thing, and when Sakura broke it, he should have ran away and shit like that
yeah.
on that one. And he shouldn't have also then broke out his next one and then his next one and then his next one. Like each one of those could have been a separate encounter and could have built him up to be so much more of a badass bad guy.
Absolutely.
Damn it.
You know what?
Just let us write anime,
these.
guys.
We should write these. God.
Consult us first. Like I'm not up to date on Boruto, but I don't know if you saw like this is the 20th this month is like the 20th anniversary of Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Did you see what they announced like the next chapter? Like there's like this picture going around and then everyone's commenting on it. Like you don't have to be up to date on Boruto, and it's not like the biggest spoiler. I mean, it's a picture of Boruto like falling through the air and Naruto as a kid falling through the air and then like grabbing hands. And apparently there's gonna be some type of time fuck up, and Naruto as a kid and Boruto as a kid are gonna intertwine for a really special like either movie or episode. They haven't announced yet.
That's crazy. Bro,
So
I hope they do it right. I really do.
Right? Like let's put Sarada, let's put new Team 7 minus Konohamaru Sensei. Let's put them in, or at least just Boruto and Sarada. Let's put them in OG Naruto. Let's see Sarada see how terrible and much of an asshole her dad was and be like, no, not my dad. And let's see Boruto get annoyed over and over again at Naruto's fucking dumbassness.
Yeah.
But you know, and just there's so many cool ways that can interact. And then then you also have the possibilities of Boruto meeting important other characters that were like Orochimaru back then, or if Boruto gets to meet like Jiraiya.
Oh man,
bro! If Boruto gets to meet Jiraiya, I'll have a big boy tear. Just
a big boy tear, the biggest tear, dude. Like, because Boruto, like he definitely realized how much Naruto struggled, with the movie and whatever and everything, but like he doesn't really realize like how much that he went through. I mean, obviously, like to be fair, Naruto was built up to be this underdog, and eventually he's the descendant of this and this and this. But in the beginning,
eventually he's OP. Yeah.
In the beginning, though, he was just this kid that everybody fucking hated. So it's like
really had the
Boruto
cards
know what
stacked
that's
against
like.
him.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why people don't like Boruto. But I feel like Boruto, I don't know, it really addresses that and makes Boruto like it really like confronts that head on over and over again. Even though it's like in filler based episodes, it still addresses that and tries to show you in different examples over and over again that he's not the brat kid, that's the bratty privileged kid that everybody makes him out to be. That's literally his entire like persona, is to prove that he's not that.
Oh yeah, I just feel like if this does happen, I think that's a great opportunity to push that even more forward. Because
right,
imagine
a really
whenever
big choice for a chance for character growth. I get what you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah. And imagine if Naruto were to like after that happens and like say, I don't know if they're planning on it being canon or whatever, but imagine if like he retains those memories, if they do that, comes back, and then like sometime soon like Naruto dies or something, like that would be what would push him further as a character. Be like, oh my god, I realized all of this about my dad, and like I feel whatever, and now he's gone, and now I can't you know, can't act on that. Like fuck.
So like basically like whenever they undid the seal for the Reaper Death seal on Naruto, they loosened it, and Minato had to step in, and they had that special connection there, like
Yeah,
giving Boruto one of those to further him as a character.
absolutely,
Yeah, that's how
absolutely.
we should do it. That's how we should do it. That and Naruto in the waterfall were like the biggest character growths, like him with like facing himself in the tail, those
Yeah,
were the biggest like well, and then whenever he went into the same arc where he went into the temple and everything and met his mom and everything, like meeting your parents after they've passed really really hits home.
that's gotta be crazy, man. Like,
Right,
oh,
that's a real life thing that doesn't exist in real life, so like
yeah.
whatever it's like, I don't know. Yeah, that
That would
always.
definitely that would I would be so I don't want that to happen obviously, but like I feel like that is what is going
The
to be
coolest
needed.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's part of, it's how it goes, man.
How else is he gonna become? Yeah. I don't know. Both of us really need to read more Boruto. Apparently, I don't know. I try not. It sucks because I follow so many anime things on anime channels on YouTube that I scroll through and I start to see like uh spoilers basically.
Spoilers. Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't want to see that character's face yet, bro. I didn't know his
exactly.
face did that thing. That means he has Sage Jutsu. Fuck, bro. Like, I know. I'm too smart. I don't. I draw conclusions. I can't not think about
I
it as I
can't
pass.
even scroll through YouTube without like, cause like eventually I want to catch back up on Boruto. I think the last thing I saw was, uh, what even? It was like not even that long after the Mitsuki retrieval arc. Like it wasn't like,
Bro, I think you made it further than me. I think I stopped right at the beginning of the meet. I think that's where I stopped because where I stopped was like 2 or 3 episodes after Mitsuki, after Boruto finds out that Mitsuki's like Orochimaru's little experiment kid thing.
yeah, yeah. And I honestly I did not like that arc. I liked aspects of it, but it was just like it was such a grind. I mean, it needs that character development for Boruto to understand Mitsuki more, but it was just like, man, uh to
Just
get the
dragging ass.
yeah, but with all these like spoilers I guess that I've been seeing, like I want to catch back up on it because
Exactly.
apparently some shit's happening and I
Bro,
don't know what's
I've been
happening.
wanting to catch up ever since I hope this isn't a spoiler for you, but I saw like at one point that like Boruto is training under Jugo to learn Sage uh chakra, how
Yeah.
to control
Oh no
Sage
no
chakra.
no. That's the last thing I saw when they come across Jugo. That's the
Yeah,
last thing I saw. Yeah.
yeah. I remember that's when I started seeing things I was able to like avoid it for the most part until I started seeing things for that, and then ever since then, I feel like everything that they say about it has been shit that I've been wanting to see, and I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe I should get back into it.
Yep. Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
yeah, I want to catch back up on it definitely. I mean I was lost for a while on it, but yeah, apparently shit's hitting the fan, so I'm with it.
you watch My Hero?
I watched the first season. I'm pretty sure I finished that. That's another one that I haven't been able to catch up on that I've been meaning to. I actually had the ending spoiled for me, like the most recent thing spoiled for me. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Gosh,
um,
kind of discouraging.
yeah. But I have really liked it what I've seen because I watched the whole first season a while ago, and then my little brothers, Gibson and Marshall, they're like 9. I was trying to find one for them to watch. I was like, you know what? Let's start up season 2 of this because I need to watch this. And like, I think I watched like we sat there and just watched like 5 episodes of it. I was like, man, why am I not like keeping up on this? Because I really like it. That Falcon dude or the Raven dude, I really like that guy.
Oh, Dark Shadow.
Dark Shadow,
Yes,
yeah,
it
yeah,
revels in the night.
yeah.
Bro, it
It
keeps
ripped.
talking.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
I
like that guy.
love him.
He's
Same.
awesome.
It's kind of like a Shikamaru. Like
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like the more like reserved characters I end up liking, you
Hmm.
know? Like it's
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, the dudes who are like pivotal points in certain battles, but remain pretty, like you said, reserved,
Yeah.
and most of their time actually on screen during the
Yeah.
anime,
Which
like
I
in just
get
regular
because
conversation and shit.
yeah, which I get because as, if you're trying to write a story, like you need those like those characters who are like proactive and reactive and like always like getting
Right?
into
Give
shit.
the dramatic, yeah, like the
Yeah.
stupid fucking grape kid, the little, right? Like you
Great
need the
kid.
comedic relief, sadly, and of
Yeah,
course he
yeah.
has to. And you know what? Why not make the comedic relief also the perv? Because it's an anime, so it has to
Yeah.
have a pervy character. Yo,
Yeah.
that's a question I haven't thought about asking people. Think about all the anime you've watched. Who's your favorite perv?
Oh man. I gotta go Jiraiya. Jiraiya.
Yeah, I guess the OG pervy sage,
The
bro. You
OG
can't.
one. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, probably Jiraiya just because he's so he's lovable with it. It's not as I mean it is pretty I even Kakashi is kind of a perv, man. Like
Bro, yes, and Naruto has that's a weird aspect of Naruto because uh both his senseis were pervy characters, and normally in any other animes it's usually just one character that's a sensei and pervy.
yeah,
Master Roshi, he's the only pervy one,
yeah.
But
Sexy
or
jutsu.
but I always just thought it was cool how, like, I don't know, the lineage thing in Naruto really makes it more wholesome and makes it more impactful. Like Minato being Jiraiya's student, Kakashi being Minato's student, and
Yeah.
it really and I don't know, it just, yeah. Anyway, so who who was your favorite antagonist in Naruto? I forgot to ask that when we were asking about the
Oh
protagonist.
yeah. I was wondering if we were gonna get
Yeah, I want to
okay.
know who's your favorite villain.
Ah man. Okay. Well, I I'm gonna kind of cheat and like say two, kind of. But
It's okay.
okay, well, I guess Itachi, first of all, like Itachi's one of my favorite characters. I know he's technically a good guy, but through whatever. But Pain, but more Nagato. I guess just because then you knew shit was real. Like that's the first time that you felt that sense of dread, man. Like it was like, okay, like you thought Kakashi was dead, whatever. I guess like we're getting into spoilers, but I feel like
No, no, it's
most people
fine,
have
dude.
seen this. Most people have
No,
seen
no,
this,
this is
like
I
yeah,
have, yeah. No,
yeah.
don't worry.
Uh, yeah, it was
So
just like it was so
despair.
crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
who is that? Like this guy is just like wrecking everybody, and like it was awesome, but I hated it. And then like Nagato, I like him as a character as well. Like he's, even though he has kind of weak convictions, because he had his whole thing flipped around just by Naruto being like, "Hey man, be nice," but still, I
No,
still,
no,
I
I don't
love,
think it was weak convictions. I thought his story was really compelling, and how hard it was for Naruto to convince him really like drove really made his convictions stronger.
yeah,
I think I don't think he had weak convictions. I think yeah, I think he was. Go back to what you were saying again. Sorry, one second. I just blinked out real quick.
oh, you're good.
Uh, no, I agree. It's just, who was it that you said right before Pain that was your favorite? I can't remember
Oh,
for
Itachi.
Itachi. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Th- They both have such different motives for why they
Yeah.
did what they did. But I don't know. The Itachi thing just never hit me the way it hit everyone else, because I hate Donzo more. I think Donzo is
Yeah.
just the worst plot armor, like fill-in character to explain why this and this happened.
Absolutely.
And I think including Danzo in the decisions of the village is what makes the third Hokage not the greatest Hokage in my opinion.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like why did we let Danzo decide what to do with Itachi? Why did Itachi not just like try and talk it out with anybody first? Oh, one second.
This is the part where we cut.
Yeah, it's all good. I was spacing out there at the end anyway, man. So my bad. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
I knew she was almost home, but let's wrap it up there, man. Do you have anything you want to plug or say anything? I know you got an album coming out soon.
Yeah, I got an album coming out soon. Working on that. That's pretty much my main focus right now. Hopefully we can do a couple more of these videos, a little more focused on like maybe one subject or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Do a deep dive on certain different animes. Yeah. I'm gonna give Champloo, Samurai Champloo a little more of attention and see if we can come back and talk about that one.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's like probably my number one right there. So yeah.
All right. Oh, dude, look out on my first episode. You can see my friend has he owns a replica of the Samurai Champloo sword, and he shows it in the interview. That just seeing that made me want to watch it more, and then finding out it's one of your favorites, I was like, that probably needs to be added to the list.
That's amazing. Well, I appreciate you having me on here, man.
All right, thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Later, man.